We spend quite a lot of time at British Land thinking about 2030 because quite often customers are looking for 5-year, 10-year terms, and the things that are in their mind about 2030 are pretty much what you described. So talent attraction, retention, price, accessibility, flexibility, what we buy today, if we need to flex up and down, how do we do that? How do we access environments that we don't pay for 24/7 but we might need some of the time? So what can you provide as shared economy spaces? So we spend quite a lot of time, not least in terms of planning consents and managing capital flow around building projects, more often in the future than we're spending in the today, probably a balance of the both. And so I think the future for London is, we're all pre-Brexit, so all sorts of questions about confidence in the market, but actually everything we're hearing is that people are making decisions for the long term. And they're making commitments to London, whether that's investors or still occupational requirements coming through that are quite large. So at the moment, hopefully, without my Brexit crystal ball on, there is still confidence in London. And when you think about rule of law, transparency, English language, time zone, clusters of talent, universities, culture, hospitality environments, hotels, it is an extraordinary place to do business, and people still see that and are still buying that. It's a big question for a landlord to help a customer retain their talent, because a lot of it's cultural, a lot of it's about package, but where we come in is around environments and places that people are going to want to go. So we focus on what happens both within the building and between the buildings. So we have a campus strategy, and that's all about enlivenment, and that's all about placemaking, and it's about providing options about how you spend your day when you are that talent. So are there quiet places? Are there healthy food places? Are there gyms? Is there lots of green space? Has something happened that's delighted you or caught your attention or made you think in a completely different way because you happen to go to this campus versus a standalone building somewhere else in London? So where we help our customers with their talent retention is focusing on all of those bits of lever that they don't have control over. I think it's about providing quality environments and choice, and yeah, absolutely. If you're willing to create an environment that people want to go to, then yes, absolutely it can be done without a campus, but we've certainly seen a huge amount of success and customers wanting to come to us because of those campus environments. Kind of like how Matt finished his talk today with the 4-day week. I think we're probably seeing it anyway, but it hasn't been formally called the 4-day week. People are choosing, certainly, and look, I'm talking about London at the moment, but people are choosing to commute at different times. They're choosing to work from home, they're choosing to work from clubs or coffee shops. And so is the future of work less physical time actually in the office? Maybe. Or does the office become a client hospitality environment and places that your team come together? I think it's changing the nature of those workplaces to respond to the new ways that people are working, and making those environments as desirable, or at least choice and flexibility around where's the best place that I can be today for the highest and best way for me to work. Sometimes that's at home, sometimes that's in a coffee shop, sometimes that's physically going to the office. So the future of work is probably, if you play that out, do companies need to take as much core space? Probably not. But do they need to be able to flex into other types of environments across the working week? Yes, they do. So an all-hands meeting, if you build that space in, you're building space for a few hundred people and you're paying for it 24/7. How can we get to a point where not just us but developers all the way across London recognise the need for those types of spaces on behalf of our customers and start providing them in a shared economy context, as opposed to just selling you that extra bit that you need in your box and finding a way to contractually pay for it 24/7, 365 times 10 years.